that it's been 10 years of receiving this truth, this biblical cosmology truth, the very geometric nature of God's earth, which is dirt, and the seas, which are level, and how everything is measured off of those two positions. Earth, which is dirt, and the seas, which are level. The earth has topography. The seas have no topography. Get it yet?
The world's coldest continent is also one of the most mysterious places on Earth. It's as unique as it is secretive, and unlike most destinations, you can't just hop off a commercial flight. Unless you're an elite scientist or an emperor penguin, exploring the Antarctic is forbidden.
The big trip is less than 2 months away now, so why don't we check in with Will Duffy himself about the status? Who definitely is going, who definitely is not going, and are there any more surprises or changes that we can expect as the trip approaches? Here's that conversation.
Yeah, so on the Flat Earth side, we've got Jaron Campanella, who runs Jaronism, Austin Whitsitt, who runs Whitsitt Gets It, and then Lisbeth Acosta. Those are the Flat Earthers that are confirmed, signed up to go to Antarctica. Then on the Globe side, we've got Dave McKeegan, MC Toon, and Critical Think. They all run debunking channels on YouTube. And so it's three, so far it's three from each side, which is pretty exciting.
Okay.
Let it go, let it go, turn away and slam the door. I don't care.
Ready, set, go.
You might think that not much could survive in a place where the temperature is extremely cold, the sun barely shows up, and the wind could blow you away faster than a tumbleweed.
The sun barely shows up, and the
wind could blow you away faster than a tumbleweed.
If the Earth is flat, we can end the globe by showing a setting sun in Antarctica where there is supposed to be a 24-hour sun.
The sun barely shows up, and the
wind could blow you away faster than a tumbleweed.
First of all the flat earthers that are going to say, oh, it's not really Antarctica, or it's a different time or a day or something, or like, what do you anticipate in terms of their ridiculous excuses? And do you have any plans already to preemptively counter those?
Yeah, so I've tried to tell the flat earthers this entire time, if you see a potential issue or you think that we're going to lie or something's going to go wrong, give me the solution.
Right.
So that we can make sure that this doesn't happen, but they don't do that.
Antarctica isn't only a restricted landmass, but also one of the largest forbidden airspaces on the planet. It's because of legislation that was introduced in the 80s under the Reagan administration. A law was created that stated no aircraft, regardless of where they are, is allowed to be more than 60 minutes from an airfield in case of an emergency. Since the infrastructure around the South Pole is next to none, we have to avoid it in the name of safety.
Yeah.
We're hoping to do a lot of live streaming down there with Starlink, and so yeah, I think we're going to have terabytes of video when we come back.
Yeah, each of them should be live streaming 24 hours, looking at the sun. What do you think? I'm just trying to what are they going to say? Like, in my mind, like, Jaron and Austin are both, like, doing this as a way out of Flat Earth so they can, like, Austin's been doing, like, politics stuff and that whole thing, so maybe he'll just completely pivot and he'll go, oh, I used to be a Flat Earther and now I now I do this other stuff. How do you think they're going to react? Like, maybe it's not for you to guess how they will react to seeing the 24-hour sun. Any idea? Has Jaron given you any indication of what he'll do?
A little bit. I mean, I've communicated with Jaron more than any other flat earther, way more than Austin. Austin barely responds to my texts or emails. Mm-hmm. I do think Jaron is, as they call themselves, truthers. And I think he is seeking truth. And so if he sees the 24-hour sun, I think he'll say, hey, guys, this doesn't work on a flat Earth.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm dubious. I don't know about this truther thing. But,
We won't delve too deep into other theories, but they do include a supposed hidden fortress used in World War II, claims that an ancient civilization once lived down there, and of course the idea that it's the gateway to the end of the world because the world is flat.
okay. And then in terms of, I think what probably may end up happening is they are just then rejected by the flat earth community, who will all make up any reason imaginable to call them shills, and then just, Dubé is already doing that. That guy is freaking hilarious.
He said, I already know the Earth is flat, Will, and so do you.
Actually, we all know the Earth is a sphere, including you.
If you're still itching to go to Antarctica, getting permission isn't exactly a walk in the park. U.S. citizens, for example, need to complete a special form and send it to the Office of Ocean and Polar Affairs. And once you're there,
The globe side has been very nice to me.
Mm-hmm.
They have told me, Will, we don't need to prove the globe. It's already been proven 1,000 times over, but it's okay. This is a valid experiment. The flat earth side is really just a lot of vitriol, a lot of hatred, a lot of name calling, a lot of lies made up about me.
Yeah.
They just make stuff up about me.
Gee, what a surprise. Flat earthers making stuff up.
According to the Antarctic Treaty, anybody accused of a crime in Antarctica is subject to punishment by their own country. But what if you're just visiting as a tourist from a country that isn't part of the treaty? Well, in that case, usually the host nation of the ship or plane you arrived on takes the reins. And the captain or pilot of the ship could take full temporary control over you.
This is something that is the shape of an object that happens to be the largest object we come in contact with on a daily basis.
Mm-hmm.
This is something, in my opinion, a child should be able to figure out. And so I want to end this debate and then hopefully have people channel their energies into something that will benefit humanity.
Mm-hmm.
Sadly, some who make it down there don't make it back. Over the years, many bodies have been discovered beneath the ice, and some are never discovered at all. In total, the number of fallen explorers is thought to be in the hundreds.
Who knows? Maybe it'll just end the whole thing. I definitely tried. I tried my best to end it all, and it just kept going. So maybe this will be the thing.
you see, unlike the rest of us on this big blue planet, there is no Antarctica time zone. All the lines of longitude meet at a single point at the South Pole, making it a bit of a head-scratcher when trying to figure out what time it is.
And there you have it. Some people are going to Antarctica to prove what the rest of the world already knows and has known for 2,500 years. Well, anyway, yeah, I think I find it hilarious. Actually, making this video, I didn't know how hilarious it was going to be. I mean, I knew like what the main guys were saying, but there are all those peripheral characters that are just losing it. It's just the funniest thing, and I'm pretty sure my viewers found it to be pretty funny. So we'll be waiting. If anything really interesting or unexpected happens, I can definitely do a follow-up video where I can talk about what happened down there and then talk to you again and get your impression of it. But other than that, I think everyone wants to thank you probably for being the one to put up a big chunk of money to hopefully shut these guys up for good. And it's quite a service, so we thank you for it.
Here I stand, and here I stay. Let the storm rage on.
I definitely tried. I tried my best to end it all, and it just kept going.
We all were deceived. We all had the spinning ball put in our classroom from the time we were little wee tots. That says on the bottom, not for educational purposes.
Thanks a lot for searching that out. I appreciate that. Fisherman in the box. Fisherman in a box.
Are there still people who say that the Earth is flat? Yes, there are.